Hey everyone, it's time for another video review, and this is the Transformers Studio Series SS-18 Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. Yes, it's the Beetle from the recent movie, which was actually really good, which is why I picked this up in the first place. He comes in, of course, in the Studio Series box each show. Got the good old character pose and which movie it's from, Transformers logo, all that stuff, character number. And you got the cutout for light to come in, and now my new light, you can see that how well it does things. You know, Studio Series, Deluxe Class on the side, number 18. Another pose, render, authentic Transformers. Copyrights, where it was made. And hey, look, the figure on the back, how many steps, and other figures in line, and warnings and all that stuff. And a brief little thing, big screen inspired. Bumblebee tunes up and lays low in Charlie's garage, because yes, that's the backdrop is supposedly Charlie's garage. It's not 100% accurate, but let's pull it out real quick. Along with whatever that is. I don't know what that was. Yeah, you got Charlie's garage, which isn't really correct to the movie, just because, well, in the movie, this was a Corvette, not a generic muscle car, and there's other details, but yeah, it's still supposed to be a representation garage. You know, you could have Bumblebee like that, or in robot mode, or whatever. Any which way, it's, you know, it's kind of neat, but it's just the scale's all out of whack for this backdrop. But you got that as per every other Studio Series, and of course, inside it you also have instruction pamphlet, which again, because of the brighter colors, a bit easier to read than a lot of the previous generations type stuff. But anyway, Bumblebee, he's finally a yellow beetle again. And yeah, this time it's officially licensed. Yeah, just like the Masterpiece. He can roll, as he should, you know. It's just, yeah, it's actually a pretty nice one. You can see the bits inside the windows and stuff, but yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, it's a nice little Beetle. You can see the little headlights, and headlights are clear plastic. You got the blinkers picked out in paint, the taillights picked out in paint, gray bumpers, all that stuff. It's just a nice little fun to drive Beetle. Even has little VW logos on the hubcaps, and they're two different kinds of hubcaps as well. You can see this is a smooth kind with the little tiny holes, and this is, you know, different with a very large holes in it. But it's a nice little fun thing to roll around, really. It has nice ground clearance, and even with the weapon storage, and you can see the robot mode head chilling out underneath. But hey, you know, but that's kind of like the movie. It's just a little different. Yeah, the weapons and stuff all store underneath, which is really nice, actually. I like how that is. Yeah, the gun you can store here, and there's the alternate face, which can store right up there, clips in. Get to that little face in a bit. And his sword thing, which tabs in really super secure on this arm. Like, really secure. Yeah, you got a little sword thing. Yeah, Bumblebee. Really nice toy. Again, I bought it just because I got out of the movie and was really excited. I had to stop by Walmart real quick because, oh, hey, look, he's on sale, and I'm going to just go ahead and buy him. That's pretty much my thought process. So yeah, transforming, though, pretty simple. Well, somewhat simple. First, you want to kind of crack this open right there, like that. And you want to pretty much lift the entire top of the car up, like that. Just separate it. There's a whole bunch of tabs and whatnot. It kind of guides. It's weird. It can take a bit. Going to car mode, it can take a bit to get this all situated and stuff. It, like, just, when you put it down, like other stuff likes to come untabbed, and you have to kind of squeeze the whole thing together. And it's kind of weird, but it can be done. And if it starts popping apart, that means something's misaligned. I've noticed that before. Like these particular, like this back part likes to pop apart a lot. That means something somewhere is misaligned. You got to fix it. But from there, you also want to take these like little front fenders and move them inward. They unclip and move inward like that. So take the arms down here, pull them out like this. Just pull them straight forward. Again, they're supposed to kind of tab in, but they don't really. Not mine anyway, but it's still, they hold insecurely. Any which way. Take these wheels and I guess the rest of the fender and move them sideways like this. Same with this whole outer panel, just move that outwards, untab it and move it out like that. Take the arms and there's a hinge here, which you move it out like that. And then you can just the arms like this. And also fold out the hands. And from there, you can actually take this whole section right here. This whole chunk moves down like that. And then you can tab it into the side right here. There's a little tiny tab right there on the side, the gray tab, which goes into the side of this black piece right here. Move that down. Sometimes it can catch on the head, so watch that. And there, that's pretty much a large chunk of the upper body done. Still much more to do. And well, down here, what you want to do is take these leg pieces and pull them out of the tabs out of the slots if they haven't already come out. And we'll split them apart. And just so it's easier to see, I'm going to go ahead and rotate this whole thing around already. Yeah, rotate the waist around. You want to take the rear piece of the car and move it back, like about that far, at least. So move it back about here. Then you want to take the legs, and they're on this stock, and they tab into this. There's like tabs right here. They got a tab in the slots on here. It can be a little stubborn, I've noticed. You just got to push it in. Make sure the rear piece of the car gets out of the way. Might take a couple tries before everything cooperates. I don't know what it is. It's like it will be right there lined up and just not want to actually tab in. It's really weird. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, it just doesn't want to tab in sometimes until it does. It's a very strange thing. And I can't explain what the heck's going on, other than something somewhere is not 100% aligned yet. There we go. Yeah, that was just aligned. What happens, I think this part gets caught on this arm sometimes, so watch that. Then take the feet and straighten them out so they're more in line with that. Now do the same on this leg, all that. That should not have taken that long. Same thing on this leg, just push it in. Stop, and then this foot right here, move it forward like that. And I just untabbed it. There. Yeah, sometimes the legs pop off. They're not exactly the strongest, but they pop on because they're ball joints, so no huge deal. Anyway, that's most of the robot stuff done. But yeah, you have this whole backpack to deal with. So first thing is taking these windows, these rear windows, and they come down. There's a little tab here that goes in that slot on the clear plastic, and fold this in like so. Again, same on this side. Window. Fold around. And then this whole backpack thing right here, you take that, fold that up like this, and then fold at the windshield. You fold it again, and it's hard to, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but there's this right here, where the hinges and this tab is right here on this backpack. There's a rounded spot right here where my finger is pointing, and a kind of a slot for all that stuff. The thing is, it's easy to think, oh, that's as far as it goes, but no, you keep going. You just keep going further than you think you need to. You can just keep going and going and going. It's like, nope, that's still not enough. Keep going, and then click there. Now it's in. So that hinge is supposed to be resting in this rounded part on this back. That's when you know you got it. And from there, you pretty much have Bumblebee's robot mode. And yep. It's pretty close to the movie. The thing is, the biggest thing is the door wings. They're really, really compacted down in the movie. But on both this and apparently the Masterpiece version, you're going to have these big old door wings. I think it's one of those weird things. This was initially part of the design and then was scrapped or changed quite a bit for the movie itself, actual movie, by the time it was all said and done. But I really like this figure. He's kind of on the small side for deluxe. He's hold on, got a Skytread here real quick. Yeah, you can see, yeah, even for a Siege, compared to a Siege, he's pretty small for a deluxe. Because, yeah, even the Siege guys are kind of small. He's even smaller. So, that's the thing, is he's small, so that's kind of be a bit of a hurdle for a lot of people to get over. But he's a really nice toy, all things considered. But yeah, I got him on sale, so it's like, well, it's one of those things. It's like that can factor into things. But yeah, I really like this guy. His backpack is kind of also a point of contention because it is a fairly large backpack. But again, if you get it all folded up correctly, it's not so bad. I've seen far worse, and it flattens out pretty well. It doesn't really get super in the way to, you know, for stuff. So it's kind of there. It's there. You can't really ignore it, but it's not horrible. I think the big thing is this is kind of, because this is one of those things where it's like this is kind of excusable because I'm just used to that on Transformers, just having big old car door wings, and they can do that too. So you can, you know, angle them however you want, you know, flat against the back or angled a bit, however you want. But anyway, Poseability, I'm just going to do this now. His head is on a ball joint, so it can look left and right, and a little up and down. And as long as his backpack's done correctly, that's you would have the clearance for this. There's a lot of stuff. You can't really, actually, I'm sure it's a ball joint. I'm looking at that. Actually, no, I think it's a dual, might be a dual swivel. Okay. I mean, wait, it doesn't wiggle, so I don't think it's a ball joint. Or if it does, wait, there it goes. Yeah, it is a ball joint. It's wiggling. Just a little stiff. Okay, that was a ball joint. Ball jointed shoulders, though. So forward, a little bit back, because again, backpack bend. Outward, pretty good. He's also got the transformation hinge if you want. That's the thing, but it then starts kind of knocking things around, so be careful of that. Bicep swivel right above the elbow, and elbow, which about roughly 90 degrees, maybe 89 or so. His wrists can go inward, but that's about all they can do. He does have a waist plate joint, though. Not completely unhindered. They bang into the backpack right about there, but that's far enough for most poses, so I don't really mind it too much. Ball jointed hips, as you saw earlier. So again, back is a little limited just because of the backpack, but you know, forward pretty far. Outward, pretty good. Not the greatest, but pretty far. He's got a thigh swivel right below the ball joint. It's one of those ones. So you know, it's kind of limited, but not to the point where it's like really detrimental. He's got a knee bend about 90 degrees. I believe technically there's multiple joints here, but maybe not. No, it's not really. But he also bend forward really far if you really want to give him the chicken walk. So if you want to give him chicken legs, you can do that. And he's actually got a pretty good ankle articulation because there's multiple hinges here. There's like this hinge right here, which can move back a lot. You can have this hinge that moves forward and back, and you can, you know, recess it like that. And also has a dedicated hinge for an ankle tilt, which can go pretty far. Like that's far, far, far more than anyone needs for an ankle tilt. So yeah, he's pretty posable. I like it. I like it how he looks a lot. But yeah, the accessories though, he comes with 3. Again, the face mask, which you can see. Yeah, you can see he's got a silver, really picked out silver with bright blue eyes and a little tiny Autobot symbol. That's his default, but if you pull that out, which doesn't take much, it just slides off. It's just a little tab. Pull that out, you can take his battle mask here and plug it in, and now he's got his battle mask on. It's still really nicely picked out blue on there. But yeah, it's all yellow. There's no Autobot symbol anymore. But yeah, it's a little bit different. It's pretty neat, but I prefer the friendlier face. But still pretty neat mask thing. I just prefer his friendly face. That's that. Nice thing is the mask, that whatever head you're not using, you can actually kind of store it back here. There's little tabs on the windows right here. On one of mine, it's not super great connection. It's a weird piece of storage because you can just kind of see a face chilling on his backpack, but one of the tabs I remember, one of these slots is not great. Yeah. It just stores right back there. It's a little weird, but I guess it works. There's nowhere else to store it, but if you really don't want to, you can just put it away in a box. He also has this little arm sword thing, which again, it's just tabs. It's just like the car mode, just tab it on the side of his arm. And boom, now he has a sword. Yeah, it's not a super great connection. It just came right off when I bumped it. I'm just going to put that off to the side. Yeah, that's super solid, that connection. The sword's a little bent. It's got bendable plastic, so it's a little bent on mine. It's probably from me pulling on it, trying to get it off the alt mode. But, it's plus flexible plastic, so it's not hard to fix. It's just some hot water or whatever. Or just heat in general. And the other thing is this gun arm. It's really neat. It's just a simple peg. Just right here, there's a... If you don't pull the hand off in the process, you just pull it off. This arm goes on nice and tight. It's just a peg in a hole. It's real simple. And then put the gun arm on, and yeah, now he's got his gun arm, which looks pretty good. The only thing is my gun arm is kind of loose. It doesn't take a lot to pull it off the arm, the rest of the arm. So it's a little loose. I mean, it works just fine for most stuff, and you can still pose it and stuff. Even with that, that whole thing, you can still have a bicep swivel and elbow and everything, which is nice. But yeah, it doesn't take much to just pop it off. I don't have to pull that hard versus this. Versus the normal arm, I have to pull it off pretty hard. You have to put a lot of pressure into that. So again, there's that. And again, both these things can store in the backpack. Thing is, there's these tabs right here on the windshield. I'm not sure you can see that, but yeah, there's tabs right here. They'll just plug on the, like there, like that. You can plug on the gun like this. Supposedly, you're supposed to be able to just plug this on too, but it's kind of weird how you plug this on. Like, there's no slots or anything. What you have to do is kind of do this thing of like plug the tab in the middle of the blade, like right here, to do that. And like, you can do it off to the side. It looks weird, or you can, both tabs if you have. I mean, yeah, you can do both tabs kind of, and anyway, it's not a super secure connection. So it's weapon storage, but not the greatest weapon storage. So yeah, it has those. It's just, it has weapon storage in normal mode, which is nice, but it's not amazing weapon storage, and I wish it was a little better, honestly. Not sure why is this pointed so high. Yeah, it's not amazing weapon storage, but it's serviceable. Also, mine has a weird splotch on his thigh. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty decent, nice weapons. They store really well on alt mode, not so much on robot mode, but you can just put them on as battles. The only thing is, like, no matter what, you have a face to store somewhere. I just prefer this face any which way. But he's a good robot, I think. The only thing is, yeah, he's $20 retail price. He's $20, and he's not exactly big. So that's kind of a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, and I don't blame them. It's not easy to pay $20 for something this small. But I got him for about $17. That's a little easier to deal with, but if you find him on sale, definitely go for it. If you just really like the movie like I did, definitely go for it. He's a good toy. I wasn't planning on picking up a bunch of these guys, and now I'm suddenly jumping into Studio Series like crazy because, oh wow, look, they're making this cool Bumblebee, and now they're making the new Prime that combines the Jetfire and the Devastator and the Bumblebee Prime, and man, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's not 100% movie accurate. Again, these wings, the wing doors are kind of a thing, and he's small, but I still like it. It's just really good. I just really like this toy. It's just fun to fiddle with. I just had a lot of fun messing with this guy a lot. And I would recommend, if you can find him on sale, definitely get him. So, yeah, I know $20 is hard. The $20 price is a little hard to swallow for a lot of people, unless you really like Bumblebee. So, yeah. That's it. I hope you like this. It was kind of a longer review than I was planning, but whatever. If you like it, I hope you did. I hope you found it informative or entertaining, and I shall see you next time with another video review.